These are 13 Swedish daily habits that you need to try. Now, what spurred this entire video was a concept called Swedish death cleaning, which is really interesting, and I am gonna get to that towards the end of the video. You do need to try it. But it got me thinking, like, what the heck are these Swedes doing to be so happy? They are one of the world's most happiest countries. They have a really high quality of life. They're also really, really productive. So the first daily Swedish habit is no matter what, you take off your shoes when you enter a home. And that's not exclusive to Sweden. A lot of other countries practice this as well. But what's interesting is America, it's like 50-50. Half the people definitely take off their shoes when they get home or if they're, a guest at someone's house. And then other people, they just wear their shoes all through the house and it's like totally normal. So comment down below, what do you guys do truly? Like, be honest. Let me know in the comments down below. But I guess the hack or the productivity trick here, the lesson to be learned is that the Swedes have work shoes, like house work shoes that have never, ever, ever been outside. But they put them on to be more productive in the house. And I have in the last, maybe the last year, I've done this, and it is crazy how much more productive you can be when you wear shoes in the house that have never necessarily been outside. So another Swedish daily habit is what's called frequent ventilation. So what does that even mean? So it's a common daily practice for Swedes to open up all the windows through their home and let fresh air and oxygen ventilate through their entire home. And it doesn't matter if it's winter, spring, summer, fall, it could be freezing, it could be super hot, it doesn't matter. They let all of the fresh air into their homes, and we are very different. Like, Americans rely solely on our HVAC systems. We love our AC pumping through the house. We love our heat. We rarely ever just open up all the windows and let fresh air in. I know some of you do, but so many Americans don't do that, and I really do think it could improve our health and our happiness. So throughout this video, you're gonna learn that Swedes love their rituals. So we've got fika coming up, lagom, there's different things they do every day to really improve their life. So I wanted to share one of my favorite daily rituals, which is actually taking rituals. So this is their symbiotic. I also love their multivitamin. So I have teamed up with them for this, but I truly believe that every single human being on this planet should be taking a probiotic every day. Now, this is more than that though. This is actually a symbiotic. It's a 3-in-1. So it's a prebiotic, a probiotic, and a postbiotic. So it really gets in there and improves your gut health. A lot of people do not understand that 70% of their immune system is actually located in their gut, which is why I think everyone should be taking something like this. Now, there's a few other things that really just set this apart compared to other probiotics out there. The main thing being it is a delayed release capsule. So that's extremely important. So when you swallow it, it actually doesn't release until it gets to your colon rather than your stomach. And so if it reaches your colon, it's going to thrive, and that's where the good bacteria is really gonna grow. So that's extremely important to me. I also love that you only need to take one of these per day with or without food. So it's really simple, and it's also shelf stable. Oh my gosh, that makes a big difference that people don't even realize. You don't actually have to keep this in the refrigerator. So you can sit it beside your bed. You can actually put it in the bathroom and make it a daily ritual that after you brush your teeth, you take your probiotic. So anyway, if you want to give this a try or anything else they have, again, I also love their multivitamin. You can use my code SHEAW25 to get 25% off your first order, or you could actually scan this QR code. So let's talk about those Swedish rituals or traditions. The first one being lagom, which, by the way, I'm probably going to mispronounce all of these. So if you're Swedish out there, I truly apologize. But lagom is just an overarching Swedish concept or way of life, basically meaning to find balance, avoiding extremes, doing everything in moderation. So you're not working too much. You are not eating too many sweets. You're not spending too much money. You are really doing just the right amount. And then we have what's called fika, which is extremely popular in Sweden. It's like a daily thing to have what's called fika. It's when you drink coffee together to socialize and to, bond together. And it's very different than Americans. We love our coffee, but we're on the go. We're constantly ordering our coffee on the go, drinking it out of a paper cup. Boom, boom, boom. That is not them. They have a whole section of their day dedicated to fika with their friends, their family members. They usually have coffee or tea. Sometimes they have a little, extra treat along with it, but it's extremely prioritized in their country. And then there's what's called Fredagsmys, which again, I'm sure I'm butchering that, but it basically means cozy Fridays. So once a month, like one Friday per month, families will all get together, stay in. It'll be a cozy Friday night on the couch, watching movies, eating tacos. Yes, tacos. And apparently it is such a big tradition that sometimes people joke that the Swedes actually love their tacos more than Mexicans. But all jokes aside, I just love this tradition of at least one Friday night a month. You have a cozy night in with your family. You continue to foster those relationships. Same with the fika. I can just tell that they really prioritize, growing and developing relationships. All right, so moving along, another common practice, and I would actually say this is more than just a common practice. Almost every single Swedish household has a lot of indoor house plants, and this is one I can really get behind. I started doing this, 2 or 3 years ago, and I really believe it's so good for you to have house plants because it cleans the air, it detoxifies the air, you breathe better, and it's kind of going back to that frequent ventilation concept I already talked about. It's a way for them to bring greenery in, nature, and just help the well-being of the house and the air quality of the house. And so a lot of Americans are just so scared of doing this because they're like, oh, it's just gonna die anyway. And trust me, I am a terrible plant mom. I water my plants once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks. It's pretty bad, and they're still thriving. So you should give it a try. So let's talk Swedish daily beauty habits next. So the Swedes love their minimal makeup. And I do think that's starting to become more popular and trendy in America, but for the most part, Americans love caking on the foundation, the eye makeup, the fake lashes. Bold is better. But in Sweden, the less makeup you wear, the prettier and more beautiful you are. I guess I feel like I'm sure they're probably right because I'm getting more and more comments on my videos where people see me washing my face in a video clip and I have no makeup on. People are commenting that I look younger and I look better without the makeup on. So maybe I need to cut back. This next Swedish daily habit I've talked about before, but it is body brushing. And it's something that most Swedes do every single day, which is so interesting to me because I've been talking about it for the last few years, but it's just such a common practice over there. And it's taking a dry, bristled brush and brushing upward towards your heart. And it really stimulates the lymphatic system. It gets rid of all the dry skin cells. It's so good for you. It really just detoxes your body. And it's just so fascinating to me that nobody in America really talks about it, but yeah, everybody over in Sweden just does it every day. Oh, and then daily sauna use is a huge thing over in Sweden as well. Almost every single person has a sauna, at their home. And I want to get one too. I just need to do more research. I don't know where to put it in my house or outside of my house. There's different ones with higher levels of radiation. So I'd want to do my research to get the best one. There's also very affordable ones that you can kind of zip yourself into. I don't know, but it's just interesting to me that it's just, again, a very common practice over in Sweden. You sweat out all the toxins and it's just normal life. Could that be why they're happier? Could that be why they live longer? They have a better quality of life? I mean, there's probably so many different factors here, but let's move on to the next one. This has nothing to do with health at all. It's actually punctuality. In America, it's important to be on time, but if you're a few minutes late, it's not the end of the world. A lot of times people are like, oh yeah, I'm running a few minutes late, it's no big deal. I mean, over in Sweden, heck no. You do not be late. You must either be early or you must be on time. And I really like that. Another interesting thing is in Sweden, dinner is always served and eaten around 5 or 6 p.m. But as the years have gone on, Americans are pushing it. They're pushing it to 7 or 8 p.m. is kind of the normal time. And I think it has maybe something to do with just our culture of we're doing so much in the day, we're working late. It's by the time you get home, run the kids to all of their sports stuff, you get home and make dinner. It's not till 8 o'clock at night. This isn't a huge deal or anything, but I do think that eating earlier just for our health in general, it is better. You need to have digestion before you go to bed. And so again, this is one that it doesn't matter either way probably, but I do find it fascinating that they, again, make it a priority to eat earlier in the day to have a more well-rounded evening. So let's talk about Swedish death cleaning next. And so this is actually a cleaning method that was invented by a Swedish author named Margareta Magnusson. And there's different steps to it and whatnot. You can even watch videos on YouTube to like really follow it and declutter your entire home using this Swedish death cleaning method. But the overall gist of it is, it's like a completely different mindset or mind shift. Basically, it just gets people to realize that as we go through life, we accumulate way too much stuff. Like way too much stuff that we do not need, we never even look at, we never even touch. It's just literally in boxes or in storage or the attic or wherever. And the thing is, when we inevitably die, because we're all gonna die, it's really up to our loved ones to then come in and take care of everything and clean out our house and go through everything and sell stuff and just, it's just a lot for our loved ones to handle. And that's just not very nice when you really think about it. And so that's kind of what that method is about, but then it takes you through different steps of, you know, keeping some keepsakes and selling other things off. And it's just very like boom, 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 boom. So I really encourage you to actually look into this cleaning method because I think it could be so beneficial to a lot of others. But it was developed in Sweden, and a lot of Swedes now use this to keep a very clutter-free and minimalistic home. So that's everything, guys. Don't forget about Ritual. I will have them linked down below. You can also use my code SHAYW25 to get 25% off your first order. You could also scan this QR code. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.